Hi, and welcome to Becoming More Productive, a how to guide. In this series, we're looking at three Google Apps: Calendar, Keep, and Tasks. And these are those three little guys that are now showing up on the right side of when you're in Gmail or Docs or any of the Google Suite. So let's talk in this episode about Google Tasks. If you've been searching for a to do list that synchronizes with your email and calendar, look no further. Google Tasks is the answer. It has the ability to declutter your life. We're going to start with a tutorial of Google Tasks this time. And we're going to go to Google Calendar because I'm going to show you how it integrates with Google Calendar. So, over here along the side, you look over here, you've got your keep and you have your tasks. You don't see Google Calendar when you're in the Google Calendar app, but you can see keep and tasks. When you're in Gmail or Google Docs, you'll be able to see the Google Calendar app. So when you click on tasks, you'll see any tasks you've created and you can add a new task. At the top, you also have your lists. So you can have different lists of tasks going on and you can create a new list right there. So if we want a new task, maybe we need to call Bo. And then we can edit it and do more with it. So we can add some details, maybe the phone number of who we need to call. We can change the list we want to put it on. We can add a date and time. So let's say we need to do it in the future at a certain time of day. And we can also make it a repeating task so it comes up over time. So if there's something you need to repeatedly be reminded of, this is a good place to do it. You can click OK. You can also add subtasks. Maybe we need to remember what we need to talk about: going to the store, going to the vet, things like that. So you have and I'm going to talk about a couple downfalls about subtasks. Okay. So some people like them, some may not. So I'll talk about a little downfall with subtasks. So as you can see, it doesn't show up on this because I put it under the project task. So here I have, and I can check off when I'm done. Now that's the downfall. If you check off when you're done, it checks off all the subtasks along with it. So if you need to just check off one of the subtasks, then just check off the subtask and not the main task, or it will check off all the subtasks. Well, the nice thing about this is because I put the date and time, if you look over here on your calendar, you have to make sure tasks is turned on first off. So we have to make sure the task is checked. You can have other multiple calendars running at the same time, but you do need to make sure that task is turned on. So once the task is turned on, you can see your task right there on your Google Calendar. You can also open up the task inside Google Calendar and mark it complete from there. You can also edit the task inside Google Calendar and delete it. One nice thing is if you have checked off that you're done with the task and you look over at your Google Calendar, you'll see that it's been crossed off. It doesn't delete it, and that's something nice to have. Maybe you need to remember the things that you have completed, and so it does show you when you did that activity. So other things, when you're inside your email, so let's say I need to set up a task about this email. So I can click on these three dots and I can click add to tasks. And then it'll open up that sidebar about the task. Of course, I can edit it and change the name. I can give it a date and time of when I need to remember to do this or respond to this email, and I click OK, and it will create that task. And if I go back to my Google Calendar, it will be showing up on my Google Calendar. So it's a nice way to keep organized and move quickly between your calendar and your email, adding things that you need to do. Google Tasks is equipped with simple task management features that are easy to use, that you could be the least tech savvy person around and still use it effortlessly. Some benefits are you can copy Google Calendar reminders to Google Tasks to get a comprehensive overview of your schedule on either service. You can view tasks on Google Calendar to avoid having to switch back and forth. You can reschedule your tasks through Google Calendar for easy organization or reorganization. And you can add emails from Gmail as a task to remind yourself to get to them later. Some uses are to add and remove your tasks. You can add details to your tasks. You can set due dates and times for tasks, and that synchronizes with Google Calendar. You can receive task notifications. You can add emails as tasks. You can add subtasks. You can mark tasks as complete. You can have multiple lists and have different lists for different accounts. One drawback to tasks is that Google Tasks doesn't show up on your mobile Google Calendar. You have to download the Task app. If you have any questions, let me know. Here are my references, and this Google Slides template came from Slides Carnival.